On your mark, get set, go.
All right, we're out here at Scott's place, or his dad's place out in Mexico.
Yeah, it's warm out.
Actually, we're Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah, more Canada.
Newport, Washington.
I am from down south, so we go to Canada instead of Mexico.
We said Canada.
So here's the story about what's going on. It all started with that red satellite way back yonder. So apparently that one's going to get turned into a Super Bird clone by Scott. But we both had the same idea. So I was pulling it out, but he said, really pretty please with sugar on top. Can I have that? I was like, okay, that's fine. He's like, okay, I'll send you money, sir. How about this? We'll trade cars. That way, you know, gives me an excuse to come up to Washington. And I didn't buy a car. I traded for it. So, you know.
You don't feel as broke.
It doesn't feel that bad. So that started that. And this was the car selected, this Dart Sport here. So that's the first part of the trade. So our next portion of it was I pulled out a second car when I was looking at that car because of course I knew that he had just had to trash a pristine, you know, perfectly transparent Mopar body.
Yeah, 70 duster.
Down below was rusted off.
It had a roof.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So he had to scrap that out and was short
the rest of the car.
But he had a bunch of good parts for it.
Yep.
So I go into the junkyard, and lo and behold, what do I find in the junkyard? I find an H code 73 Dart Sport. So he paid the $600 for the Dart Sport. In Texas, there's certain things that you can get titles on, certain things you can't. In our case, after all the investigation went down, it was taken and listed as scrapped. So it's actually going to take an act of Congress, Texas Congress, to get it back in. We're working on that. Or it needs to go to Alabama. So
one of the two.
When I got this, I was able to trade him the other one for this one so that he has a titled car. And that leaves him with his deal. So we're supposed to be bringing this up. Well, that didn't happen, but when we were up here, I saw another Dart. And we did trade some money for that, but
66
we started up this thing here with the idea for helping his dad. And because of us helping his dad, he had to come pick up his car. I didn't have to deliver it. So
it's a fun road trip.
That's the story behind these little.
So that's the web and how it all weaves together.
And that web is
the
very,
backstory
very large.
Of everything.
Like every corner of the country.
Yes.
Wisconsin, Texas, Washington.
Yes.
I should have moved to Maine, and then we couldn't get any further apart.
Awesome.
So that's the story behind this.
So that way there's no wasted trips to do one little thing. It's like everyone wins, everyone gets stuff in the same trip. And in the process, you're able to help my dad.
Well, the winning was getting the Challenger started.
Yes.
This was kind of the
awesome
icing. This is the strawberry.
As much as we like
cherry,
to save cars,
and
as much as we like to save cars and everything, Jason said it yesterday and last night. It's about people.
Exactly.
That's what.
The cars is the vessel.
We're making memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're blessing people and along the way, and we all win.
seeing people's reaction, like your dad's last night when it started, it kind of pulls on heartstrings. It was pulling on his. He won't admit it. He's too tough. But I know better.
Yeah.
It's way more important than the car. Like I said, the car is a piece of steel, and I told him right to his face, it's like, the car doesn't mean anything to me. It's not about me. It's yours and your memories, and now I have that.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for sharing the story with everyone. That way they can piece it all together and go, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Started with that one and ended with this one.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you guys. Say I had to get Ian in here too. He's over here sitting on Dad's Lancer. Well, awesome. Well, shall we do this before too much more time ticks? It's warm out.
Degrees.
Yeah, it's warm. We're in the shade at least. Taking a little break.
Get some water.
Yeah.
That was easy.